This year, I really want to step up my game for what I'm wearing for March Madness because I want to be sophisticated and glamorous, but also look like I can step out on the court and like shoot some shots. Nothing is worse than getting excited to go to a sporting event only to then go to your closet to find something to wear to that sporting event and for there to be like no options. Okay, actually, I think I can think of worse things, but for the sake of this video, just stay with me. Team apparel for women just plain stinks. I mean, it just does. There's no excitement, no glamour, no style. It just doesn't look good. Can you imagine if we actually showed up to a game in an outfit where we actually, dare I say it, looked like a woman? Please enter this Prada outfit I found online. And you might be thinking, what is sporty about this outfit? And the answer is we're gonna add our own sporty flair to it. I'm gonna take this Prada outfit and make it into something that I can wear for a March Madness event. I went to school at Xavier University and we had a pretty good basketball team. So I just wanna look good for my school at a bar, you know? So I scoured Pinterest for sports luxury outfits, put together a mood board, and this is what I chose to go with. My goal is to keep the sophistication of this outfit, but add a little sporty flair. Infuse a little Xavier-ness to it. This is what I wore to a March Madness party last year. Yes, I DIY'd the pants. P.S. Please admire in the comments how much you like them because it took me at least 10 hours to sew on each one of these rhinestones. To make the skirt, I'm using Simplicity Pattern 1370 View D because it is the one and only mini skirt pattern that I could find. And to make the mini skirt, I bought basic navy blue twill fabric, but the star of the outfit is this embroidered tulle fabric I found on Etsy that I'm just gonna attach to the bottom of the Simplicity skirt. For the top, I bought this blank navy blue sweatshirt and I'm going to use these cricket materials to put an X on the front. X for Xavier, obviously. I'm not sure what I'm gonna wear for the jacket yet. I do have a couple of options in my closet, but I might have to go thrifting to find the perfect one. I'm starting on the skirt because it's what I'm most excited to make, and also I think it will take me the longest. The mini skirt is only a front and back with a waistband and zipper. I started by making and sewing the darts, sewing the front and back together, applying fusible interfacing to yoke front and back, and stitching the yoke front and back together for both interface sections and facing section. So here I am attaching the yoke to the skirt, and I'm running into a little bit of an issue. The yoke is much longer than the skirt on both sides. And I'm just like, what the heck did I do wrong? So I even pulled out my old pattern pieces just to line up the notches and to see where I might have gone wrong. Even on the pattern pieces, there's this extra piece of fabric right here. So what did I do? I did what any millennial now does. I went to Facebook. And as I was posting my question to a sewing thread on Facebook, a thought popped into my head. I'm like, what did our parents do in the age before the internet? Like in the age before the internet, how did they get questions to answers like this? Like what would I have done if I actually didn't have the internet? And I remember asking my mom this question one time and she was like, I don't know, we just wondered. Luckily, I didn't have to wonder because I got a response within like 3 minutes, basically saying that I didn't cut my pattern piece correctly. So problem solved. All I have to do is cut off that little extra fabric and I should be good to go. And now I have something that looks like this, which is giving me kind of the ick because it looks a little business skirt to me, which is 100% not the vibe. But besides that, we still have to finish the inside. This is what the inside with the inside yoke attached looks like. And now it's time to attach the facing. But what really is a facing? So I had to Google it. Google tells me that facings help stabilize and finish areas of a garment such as a waistband, a neck, maybe an armhole. But my unofficial definition is that facings are usually a finished piece of fabric that go over an unfinished, usually interfaced piece of fabric, and they are facing over it. Get it? I attached the facing to the interfaced yoke, folded it out, top stitched along the facing, folded it inward, and then sewed the facing to the skirt. And then to sew the facing to the skirt, I stitched in the groove of the yoke and the skirt. So the last thing I had to do to finish the skirt was put in a zipper, which I did do, and now I'm trying it on. And I feel a little like business suit skirt. like coming from someone who went to a Catholic school and had like the 2-inch above the knee rule, this is kind of hard for me, but we do it for fashion. To raise the skirt, I just basted around about a 1/2 inch, and then I'm just gonna trim up to that 1/2 inch basting stitch. I think the next best thing to do is to measure around the skirt to measure how much tulle I need to cut to attach to the skirt. So I have my measuring tape, and let's see. Why is this harder than it looks? Why is this actually harder than it looks? It's about 46 inches. 46, okay. So now I'm gonna cut 46 inches out of my tulle. Okay. No one warned me how difficult this fabric would be. I'm just trying to fold it in half, and it's, I don't know why, so hard to do that. Okay, half of 46 is 23? 23. 23. It's 23. So I've got my 23 inches plus seam allowance marked over here. And now I have to figure out how long I want to cut it. So I think I'm gonna go down about 25 inches, which is really just a wag at this point, otherwise known as wild ass guess. That is a wild ass guess. Okay, who's ready to cut? Wish me the best of luck. I just realized cutting sequins for the first time that I don't like this. Ugh, can you hear that? Sounds like bone crushing. Now I'm going to sew right along here. I'm just gonna sew right along here and attach to the skirt. So fun fact, I've never actually sewn sequins before. This is my first time sewing sequins. Pray for me. Here we go. This is surprisingly going well. I expected there to be like fragments flying. No fragments yet. Oh man, my bobbin thread ran out. Gosh darn it. All right, moment of truth to see if this actually fits against the skirt. It's a little hard because the tulle stretches. Yeah. See that, all that extra? I probably need to take this in like another at least inch. So that's what I'm gonna do. The second try was the charm, that is for sure. And I think the most difficult thing about working with the tulle fabric is that it's tulle and a little stretchy. So I was very cognizant of that when I was trying to get it fitted around the skirt. I didn't want it to like stretch out too much. So that was a bit challenging. All right, I'm gonna sew this together and then we'll try on. Well, isn't this just one of the most sparkly things I've made thus far? Is it kind of ironic that one of the most sparkliest, glamorous things that I've made, I made to wear to a bar or to a sporting event in an arena, not to like a gala or anything like that. Okay, but trying it on, I put it on with the sweatshirt that I will be wearing, and we need to raise the dark blue skirt just a little bit. Well, I think I have to say I got the skirt length just right. And I'm really happy I took it step by step so it would be perfect. With the skirt done, it's now time to decorate the sweatshirt. In the meantime, I did go to Goodwill and found the perfect blazer. But even I'm too scared to try this on with the skirt just yet, so I'm gonna hold off on this until I have the whole look complete. Before I actually start cutting into my Cricut materials, I want to first try on the size of the X that I want to put on the sweatshirt. And I don't know if you remember from before, but this is the Cricut material I have to put the X, and it's kind of a fun polka dot pattern. And of course with sparkly. So I have painter's tape, and I'm just gonna try on different size X's. And by golly, I think I may have gotten this right on the very first try. Here's how the final fit turned out. I actually don't know what I think about this oversized blazer with the look. I think it kind of brings it down. It's almost too big. So I will not be wearing this with the blazer, but let me know what you think in the comments. And if you want to see my journey and where I actually wear this for March Madness, check out my Instagram at Meredith May Collection. Thanks for watching.